Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Homestead Miami Speedway for the 44th event of the season. Technically, this is race 45. I know I keep saying that every week, every race, and I'm sure it's just so confusing. So I think I'm just going to just say event numbers now. But anyway, we're here for Heat 1, 14 laps of action. On the front row is Jonathan Zorlin and Ryan Brommer. Row 2, Casey Nanako and Cole Deaver. Row 3 is Hunter Braxton with Frodemar Otts. Row 4, Adam Flickinger and Joshua Sikuli. And in row 5, Andrew Rich and Marty Johnson. So, Matthew Logan got the win at Daytona. He locked himself into the final 5. Currently, the other 4 in on points is Andrew Rich, Dylan Young, Ryan Brommer, and Hunter Braxton with a tiebreaker over Sky Commons.
Drivers, start your engines!
Bobo Jones has missed the last 2 races on the schedule. He starts in the back near the outside line, but Eli Bright, our winner from Darlington, starts in 22nd. He will have his work cut out for him here in this heat race. The main event will be 67 laps. We've gone back to doing 25% races, which we did at Daytona. We're going to do it here at Homestead, and we'll also do it at Pensacola. And then the finale will either be 25%, possibly 30%, depending what the officials want to do. Green flag is out in Heat 1, and man, Casey Nanako is wasting no time at all. 3 wide on the inside line, and he'll take the top spot away from Zorlin. By the way, if you couldn't tell, I'm trying out a new commentating style. I'm going to do it here at Homestead for the heat races and the main event, and possibly Pensacola as well, and we'll see if this is better than what I've been doing. I feel like, though, the lack of energy is there, well, there's no energy in my voice. So hopefully this isn't dull. I'm gonna listen to it back. If I think it sounds dull, then I will never do it again like this. Flickinger looking for second place on Braxton. Oh wow, hit the pace car there by accident. But Braxton holding on with the top line momentum. As now Braxton will go towards Casey Nanako, looking for what would be his 12th heat win of the season. Flickinger is going to dive it down 3 wide, but they can't quite get it to stick. Andrew Rich moving by Brommer for 4th place. As Eli Bright at the back of the field has made his way to the bottom. Now Braxton will take the top spot here in Heat 1. Jesse Turner falling towards the bottom 4. Bottom 4 at the line, Slade Jagger, Sane Beckett, Brian Tremblay, and Baco Magora. Bobo Jones has made his way towards the front. He started mid-pack, and he is now up to the top 10, looking to get into the top 5. And he's going to make a 3-wide move on Andrew Rich and Ryan Brommer for 3rd place. And man, he is getting it to stick. Bobo Jones with a fast race car here at Homestead. Coming into this race, again, the 5 drivers currently in elimination range would be Sky Commons on the tiebreaker with Braxton. Due to Braxton having 2 wins, the Commons 1 on the season. Dale Lightning 7th, Mendez 8th, Gardner 9th, and Seth Cole 10th. Now all 4 of those drivers are not too far away from 5th in points Braxton, but there is a 30-point gap from Braxton and Commons to Ryan Brommer. And there is a chance that Andrew Rich, Dylan Young, and Brommer could all clinch on points after the race at Homestead if Logan wins again, or if someone not in the playoffs wins the race. It would expand it to 3 drivers getting in on points, which could then become 4 once we go to Pensacola. But I mean, the top teams seem to be really strong at the super speedways. Bobo Jones trying to get by Fitzwater for 2nd place as Adam Flickinger leads this heat race now. We're officially halfway through the heat. Flickinger would be looking for his 2nd heat win of the season. His first came back at Denver. Fitzwater in line in 2nd. Bobo Jones going to make a move for the position as Rich looks to take 4th place from Braxton. Bobo has to back out. Looking at the rest of your top 10, you got Nanako down to 7th. Peter Onjaks in the top 10. Marty Johnson 9th and Cole Deaver in 10th as now Braxton begins to move backwards. But Jones can't get it to stick under Fitzwater, and Flickinger is slowly pulling away from the 2nd place driver. Fitzwater got his lone heat win all the way back at Rio. Depending on the strategy he pulls, he might be able to get another. 5 laps to go in heat number 1. Brommer got by Rich. Or Brommer got by Braxton, and then he got by Rich. And now Casey Nanako looking for 5th place. As we wait to see when these drivers elect to come down the pit road, if they come down at all. Fall off is at 0.5 of a second last time. By this time, it's up to 8. Fastest lap in the heat race goes to Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who continues to ride behind Adam Flickinger in the lead of this heat race. Bottom 4 are now Tremblay, Turner, Magora, Beckett. So Jesse Turner possibly missing this race. If you look at the point standings, Flickinger comes in 26th with a 31-point gap over his teammate Jesse Turner. If Turner misses out, it would be his 5th race missed on the season. As now Brommer has moved by Bobo Jones for 3rd and Casey Nanako for 4th. Brommer dives it hard to the white line through 3. So it looks like Brommer and Nanako saved their tires. And here we go, right at the end of the heat race, they're on the move. Brommer takes 2nd place at the start-finish line. Will he get to Adam Flickinger and win his 3rd heat race of the playoffs? It would be his 6th on the season. 6th on the season. My bad if I stumbled a little there. It does not look like anyone will come to pit road here in heat 1. So white flag is out for Adam Flickinger. Can he hold off Ryan Brommer? Brommer looking in one, but he'll ride behind the tracks of Adam Flickinger. Flickinger looking for heat win number 2. Brommer, heat win number 6. Brommer looking to dig out of a hole that was made at Daytona. Does he go to the inside of Flickinger through 3 and 4? No, he's going to ride behind the 6. And Adam Flickinger will get the heat win here at Homestead. So Brommer 2nd, Fitzwater 3rd, Jones 4th, and Nanako got 5th place. Sky Commons into the top 10 at the end of it. And your bottom 4 drivers, Jesse Turner, Shane Beckett, Brian Tremblay, and Baco Magora. So that'll do it for me here from Heat 1. Weather's starting to warm up a little bit. Clear 74 degrees here in Homestead, Miami. I will see you all for Heat number 2. Welcome back to Homestead, Miami Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for Heat number 2 for the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series at this 1.5 mile oval. Still clear weather, a little coolish, 72 degrees now. everyone was able to make it in Heat 1. I believe that will be the case here in Heat 2. We saw Brahmer and the Nako make a late heat race charge, rather. It looked like they saved their tires a little bit in the draft, but unable to get there. Adam Flickinger got his second Heat win of the season. Here's your starting lineup for Heat 2. Lightning and Young on the front row. Cole Baker starts third after his third place finish at Daytona. He's next to Baran-Oscus. Row 3 is Tringali, and your winner, Matthew Logan. Here's the command.
All right, well, the fun doesn't start till we ask our drivers a question. Are you ready? Drivers, will you please start your engines?
In row number 4 is Samet Oskin and Alan Cavanero. And finally in row 5, Seth Cole and James Ellison. So, once again, a surprise qualifier in the top 10, this time in the top 5. So Cole Baker in a pretty good position to make it into Homestead. Could Florida be a string of good races for that 8 team? His teammate Benjamin Ice got a top 5 at Daytona too. Baker finishing 3rd, Ice finishing in 5th. As the green flag waves, we're underway here in Heat number 2. Edwin Mendez with a bad qualifying position in 23rd. Lightning won the pole for this heat by a full 10th over Dylan Young. So we'll see if that speed holds up here in race trim. So Lightning in the lead. Baker second is actually going to challenge off of turn 4 for the top position, man. BJ McLeod Motorsports has come a long way. Tringali up to 3rd, Oskin 4th, Young 5th. Here comes Nareza looking for 6th. So off of turn 2, double wide all the way back. And Samet Oskin will make it 3 wide for 2nd. Oh, contact made with Enzo Nareza. Almost an accident there. Would have involved Dylan Young and likely Baran-Oscus. Heat 2 has always been known to be a bit more of a wild heat race. And now we're seeing Baker getting eaten up by the bigger teams as Lightning begins to pull away there 3 by 3. 2 rows here as Baran-Oscus almost makes it 4 wide, almost turning RJ Bishop in the process. Oskin will clear for 2nd. Seth Cole's looking to clear for 3rd here into turn 1. Still 3 wide here. It's Baran-Oscus, Nareza, and Young behind Bishop, Baker, and Tringali. As Oskin is all over the bumper of Dale Lightning. And looking for the lead is the 22 off of turn number 4. Side by side at the start finish line, Lightning with the advantage. Fastest lap time goes to the 22. You can see a full 2/10 faster than the 5. And through 1 and 2, he obliterates Dale Lightning in the corner. Ford looking for another front row sweep. And likely another race victory. Penske yet to win. Time is running out for Oskin and teammate Casey Nanako in a 2-car team that we would have expected would have had at least a win each. And meanwhile, a team like Colleague Racing has 2 wins from Ellison and 1 from Cole Deaver. Penske has kind of been a disappointment, along with Alan Cavanero out of Joe Gibbs Racing. Nareza came close. Lap traffic got in his way all the way back at Martinsville. Commons showed that you can win in a Joe Gibbs car back at Indianapolis. But Cavanero has been way more inconsistent and outside the top 10 than his teammates Commons and Nareza. As now Seth Cole is creeping towards the back end of Oskin. He went in through the middle of the corner a little too hard, and it caused him to get tight on exit. He had to check up. So that gap expanding a bit again on the 22. But again, through the middle of 3 and 4, Seth Cole with a pretty good run as he looks to challenge Oskin for this lead. Austin would be looking for his 5th heat win of the season. Seth Cole would be looking for what would only be his 2nd. We're halfway through Heat 2. Your bottom 4 drivers right now are Daniel Voiles, Colt Hudson, Alexander Rowe, and Jackson King. RJ Bishop up the 3rd, Lightning now down the 4th. As we'll check the fall off here. Oh, it's just up to 0.5 of a second. So the more the tires wear here at the end of the run is when we'll really see who's strong and who's not. Flickinger again barely held off Ryan Brommer for the Heat 1 win. Good amount of time here for Seth Cole to make something happen. But 5 laps to go in Heat 2. Gap expanding a little bit there between the two of them. RJ Bishop trying to close the distance. Lightning behind him in 4th. Baranowskis 5th. James Ellison 6th. Young side by side with Nareza for 7th. Matthew Logan in 9th. And Benny Watson in the top 10. Cole Baker has fallen all the way down to 15th. Edwin Mendez barely in the top 20 after starting 23rd. Pardon me for this yawn. Johnny Gardner's down there too. He's 19th right now. 3 wide for position. That's Ellison under Baranowskis and Dale Lightning for 4th place. Baranowskis will get by. Ellison has to check up. Lightning trying to get back up there on the top left corner of the screen. Meanwhile, Oskin now is holding distance over Seth Cole as they pull away from RJ. Ellison still side by side with Baranowskis for 4th. Maybe with a car strong enough to get to the leader. But time is running out as Nareza almost gets into Lightning into turn 3. Coming to 2 laps to go here in heat number 2. It's still Samet Oskin leading the race. Seth Cole trying to pull back in on the 22. As Ellison moves closer to Bishop for 3rd. Cole Baker still in the top 15. Your bottom 4 now. Alexander Rowe lost the field. There's King, Chris Wheeler, and Colt Hudson. They're the bottom 4 right now. As Samet Oskin will take the white flag for Heat 2. Seth Cole losing 0.2 of a second that time by. As it looks like it'll be Samet Oskin getting his 5th heat win of the season. He'll get the win in this heat here at Homestead. So Oskin joins the 5 heat win club. And it'll be him and the 6 of Adam Flickinger on the front row. Last time we saw an all-Ford front row was at Indy, and that's when we got a non-Chevy winner. We've had a Chevy winner 3 races in a row now. Will the same thing happen at Homestead today? That'll do it for me here for heat number 2. I will see you all for the main event. 67 laps of action around Homestead. Oh, and by the way, let's not forget, officially missing the race, Colt Hudson, Chris Wheeler, Jackson King, and Alexander Rowe.